No. Right. There we go. Oh yeah. Speaker will still. Let's leave it off for a second. Speaker sucks. Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Sapphire 4. We are live on all 3 platforms. Well, is it all 5? 4. 4 platforms. Just YouPorn. YouTube. Still waiting on payments on the Flashback 3. Still waiting on payments, and then we're on that. Still waiting. So we're going to do Sapphire 4 while we're waiting. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Right about there. All right, we got Gabe in the house. Ready to rip. We're ripping some Sapphire 4. Sapphire 4 right now. Let's go. Music sucks today. I can't get my music to get on my speaker. Let me see if that'll work. I let it left it off for a minute. Connect. Oh yeah, tequila got the better of me. It did. Yeah, we're having technical difficulties with that speaker, but oh well. Let's rip. Let me get those back over here. Put these there. And let's go. Need the 23 boxes. This is box number 1. Here we go. Let's see. Different angles. Right there. It's still glitching over on the brakes page, even if I move it over to this side. Pack 1. We got a green. Manual labor. 230A. Oh, yeah, it's still not working. Can't get my speaker going for some reason. And then when it tries to, and then it goes off. See thousands of a new revolutionary swim spa at a great sale. Swim spa. Exercise with low. Skip. All right, well, let's roll. I can't worry about the speaker anymore. It's time to break. It's break time. Manual labor. Who's on the 230A? Let's find out. 230. That is Donnie Moffat. Donnie Moffat with the first hit in the deck. Next weekend, we're back to our regular schedule. Friday, Sapphire 1. Saturday, Sapphire 2 and 3. And Sunday, Sapphire 4. Manual labors, 18 out of 50. Donnie, Creekbed Donnie is getting a little loving. All out of loving. I see KB, Fancy Nancy Daniel. Tim Stoddard. What's going on, Timmy? Timmy. Over on Whatnot. Hello. Exotic Life. I love it. Let's go. Exotica. The old Reef Life. Reefing Madness. That is a 38 out of 75. Drop Dead Fred. I'll try to make sure I can show it on both sides. That way, let me see. Let me get a little better balance here. Yes, camera over there, over here. Gotta show all 3 cameras. It's tricky trying to stream on 3 platforms with 3 different devices. The overhead is probably the easiest one, as it covers all the way to over there, all the way to over here. But the 2 cameras in front of me, I need to adjust those a little bit. Eavesdropping. That is a 240B, 38 out of 75. Why am I streaming on 4 platforms? Because I want to keep breaking Sapphire. And Facebook has gone a little dinosaur on me, little dinosaur. So we're trying to expand our audience and keep the breaks healthy, keep them going. Otherwise, if we can't, we'll be down to 5-10 box breaks of Sapphire 3 and 4, which I don't want to do. I like breaking a lot of boxes. I like breaking a lot. I do. Right now we're breaking 35 Sapphire 3, 23 Sapphire 4, 20 Sapphire 2, and 3 Sapphire 1. For those on Whatnot, if you're wondering how to get in the break, just reach out to me. 234B, 34 out of 99. There are a lot of open spots, and what you do is you claim a spot of a character. Like in this case, 234, that is Adam Bandecco. He's on that spot. I do right of first refusal. That means you can keep your spot until you say drop, it like it's hot. So you would play the A and the B side if this spot was open of Bert Cage and Harry Canary. So if the spot's open, you play both sides and you get all the hits from coast to coast that we pull on that spot. 4 base cards. But you can watch us. If you don't like the camera angle on one, you can jump over to another one. That is a unbolted 256B. 256B. There we go. That's what I did different yesterday. I just got to tweak the angle a little bit. 256B. But due to the restrictions of some of the, what is that? As long as it wasn't a rat. Man, my dogs were just going out in that field over there. Big old chipmunk. And they was just kind of hanging out. Might have been, something might have been wrong with it. I don't know. That was 44 out of 75, 256B. So just trying to grow the audience a little bit of the break so we can keep them going. I've had a few already join from Whatnot. I will be offering any open spots Friday at noon. Friday at noon, we're going to run this coming Friday. That is a cold cut 232B, 66 out of 75. 232B, 66 out of 75. That's Daniel Smith Jr. D. Smith. You got a little cold cut in your life. What was I saying? Oh, noon Pacific Standard Time on Friday. I'll be running all open break spots for the weekend. So anything that's not claimed from Garbage Pail Kid Alive, the real deal, will be opened, and we're going to run those live auctions on Whatnot. We'll run those on Whatnot this coming Friday, and that will be for all 4 Sapphire breaks. If you're curious and you want to see what's open, I didn't print out anything, but if you want to see what's open, head over to Garbage Pail Kid Alive, the real deal, and you can see the posted breaks and what's available. You can. Breaks are pretty simple. I think sometimes people want to think that it's kind of complicated. It's not really complicated at all. All you do is grab the spot, you pay for the spot, and then you watch the break. And if you don't watch the break, you still get the hits. 236B, 126 out of 150. So you get the hits of the spot you play. I can't make it much more simpler than that. If you don't get any hits, you in the break, then you don't get any hits. But if you do get hits, you get the hits. So it's pretty straightforward. The spots are open. You pay for the spots. Some people ask, how can I pay for the spots? I accept all cash apps. If it's through Whatnot, you just pay through Whatnot when I run those on Friday. But if it's not through Whatnot, you would just pay Calvert cards through any cash app, stuff like that. PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, that stuff. But on Friday, those open spots you can just buy through Whatnot. And with Whatnot, if you buy spots, I have to ship you something. Otherwise, I don't get paid. If no shipment, no payment. So I will be shipping you something if you buy a spot through Whatnot. An old pair of edible undies, maybe. An old pair of undies. We'll find you something to ship. That is Jan Hand 235B. 61 out of 99 on the jam. And who's on the 235? That's Steven. Stuff it good, Steven. Stuff it good, Steven. So far, no smoke. No smoke, no fires, nothing. Just the green Manula Labor's the only hit above the low barrels. Right when I say that, we pull an orange. Oh, D. Smith Jr. with the 15 out of 25. The first upper hit, and it goes to D. Smith. Today's break is obviously sold out. Calvert Cards, we don't run breaks with open spots. I never play my own spots. So that's why I'll be bringing those open spots over to Whatnot on Friday. 15 out of 25, 232B. I do a last minute push for spots before I bring them over to Whatnot, because my preference is not to have a ton of spots that I run over there. Another orange, Joan Clone, 220A on the Joan Clone, 3 out of 25. 3 out of 25. You can see on the straight ahead cam that Gabe is ripping open some boxes in the background, and I am just ripping some packs. 220A, 3 out of 25. James Tyrus on the Joan Cloney. I don't have any uncut. I don't have any uncut sheets. Calvert Cards, I only sell sealed product. Sealed product, and I run breaks. Breaks and raffles at Calvert Cards, but I do sell sealed product. I have a sale. I have a price guide that I put out every month of the sealed product. I've never heard of an uncut sheet of Universal Monsters, but I'm guessing they exist. I've never seen one for sale though. I'm familiar with the product, but I've never heard of somebody selling an uncut sheet of Universal Monsters. What would you do with that? Frame it? Frame it, I guess, like the other, like a Series 1 uncut sheet. 242A, 109 out of 150. Be careful buying uncut sheets of the really old stuff. A lot of bootlegs. What's up with the bootleg music? They also do bootleg sheets. So just tread carefully with that stuff. Boom. We got a geriatric 239A, 50 out of 75. 50 out of 75 on the geriatric. Boom. Later today, we will be busting a box open of Flashback 3. Flashback 3. It's a box break. It is full and ready to rumble. 50 out of 75, 239A. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that around 12:30. Maybe 12:30 or so today. So look for that around noonish, 12:30ish, somewhere around there. I think that'd be a good time to run that. Tree pad. We're gonna pull. Nope, no tree pad, but instead a Jose. Can you see 241B, 73 out of 99. I'm just waking up over here. Just waking up. Got roughed up a little bit last night. Got beat up. 241B, 73 out of 99. The best part of waking up is GPK in your cup, and that's what we're doing this morning. 241B, 73 out of 99. So for those on Whatnot that are curious about the breaks, part of the confusion, I think, is that you're not able to see the break posts. The breaks are posted up on Garbage Pail Kid Alive, the Real Deal page. That's where the break is posted and all the pricing. What I bring over to Whatnot is the open spots after they've been claimed on Facebook. So, and it's not always just the leftovers. There's some good spots left that are available. 12 out of 50, 217A. Spots with a lot of life left. A lot of life left on them. We have one spot in Sapphire 4 that is a double pad spot. And what that means is there's two pads. A pad is a pad. Let me see here. When I say pad, PAD, it's short for pad paraja. A pad paraja. And what is a pad paraja? That's a one of one. Each spot has two one of ones, like 227A and B. So each the A has one and the B has one when it first releases. But over time, as we rip product, eventually you start finding those one of ones, and then they're listed on the tracking sheet as found. Well, at where we stand right now with Sapphire 4 is about half of the one of ones still remain. And who are these magical trackers? Well, it's a collection of some of the best, some of the GPK's finest out there. 227B, 68 out of 99. And they really like data and information, and they really like providing it for the community. You go to gpktracking.com and you can see their fine work. And they search high and low for all of the hits around the world. I mean, they're on YouTube, YouPorn, Pornhub. They are searching everywhere to find these hits. And once they find them, they put them in the tracking sheet. 64 out of 75, 254A, and they help everyone out, letting them know what remains on each spot. For the most part, Sapphire 4 will have reds and below still remaining on every spot, but some spots are without one of ones. 254A, 64 out of 75. So you can go there and you can see what is left remaining. Where do they get most of their information from outside of YouPorn and Pornhub? They get most of their information from the breaks, because that's where most of the Sapphire product is ripped publicly in breaks, like a lion's share is. Most people aren't sitting at home ripping box after box after box, and then not reporting it to the trackers. That's not a common thing. It does happen. I'm not going to pretend like it doesn't. 207B, 91 out of 150 on the moist Joyce. But for the most part, people know these trackers exist. And for the most part, people aren't sitting at home ripping box after box. Maybe when it first comes out. But this late in the stage of Sapphire, all four Sapphires this late in the stage, very few people are just sitting at home ripping them. It's usually when it first releases. Um, but Sapphire came out in 2020, and it was the most, in my opinion, it lit. I think, in my opinion, Sapphire is responsible for Garbage Pail Kid breaks. I mean, it truly is. It's what built a huge audience that watches breaks. Sapphire 1 really just went crazy in the addition of Chrome 3. So Chrome 3 and Sapphire 1 came out right around the same time. Sapphire 1, and by the way, Chrome 3 was the most anticipated release as long as I've been doing Garbage Pail Kids. The most anticipated release. I mean, we waited from 2014 to 2020. It finally came out. There is a little bit of a backstory about how Chrome 3 came into existence. Tops in 2013, that's a Bernie Burns 60 out of 99, 231B. In 2013, Topps released Chrome 1, and they way overproduced it because it was kind of print to order, and there was a ton of it in pre-orders. So they printed the shit out of Chrome 1, just way, and they printed it heavy, and they didn't do very many hits in it. They just did uh, base refractors, golds. Uh, let's see, what are those other ones? Prisms, one of ones, plates, no sketches, no black parallels, no reds, no yellows, no purples, none of that stuff. They didn't do any of that in Chrome 1. Just very few options for hits, and they didn't number anything. 14 out of 50, 221B. It was like Topps was just kind of like, well, let's try a Chrome release and do some hits in there. And that was the first non-paper release that, to my knowledge, that they did. And what Chrome 1 is it's a remastered version of OS 1, and then they did special characters that would have came from OS 16, the lost characters. So that was kind of cool to see the lost characters come to life. That is a black parallel. Toe and Owen Creek Bed Dummy, 237B, 83 out of 150. So they brought OS 1 back to life, and everybody loved it. But then People realized that it was very difficult to find one of ones. It was very difficult to get anything really. So it kind of just died on a vine, and Blowout Cards and a few other sites just kind of gave it away. It got to a point where they just gave it away. Finally, a nice little guy, an Ashley Trey, and of course it's 10 out of 10. I thought we were done with the 10 out of 10s. I guess not. 231A, 10 ski out of 10 ski on the Ashley Trey. That is James T. Uh, Boom, Eric. That's funny. So, we'll put that one here. We'll put that one there so you guys over on that can see it. So then the next year, 2014, they released Chrome 2, and arguably one of the least popular releases. And they had, because Chrome 1 was so overdone, Chrome 2, they underprinted Chrome 2, and that's backed up in the stats. You can look and see. There's actually a page where you can go to see the production levels. And GPK News is a great reference point for that. Check out GPK News, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Chrome 2 was underproduced. Not quite a short print, but it was definitely underproduced, and it wasn't very popular. It kind of died on a vine in 2014. In addition to that, a gentleman by the name of, well, some people say he wasn't a gentleman, Jack Lockwood, 72 out of 99, 221A. He was out. He was a distributor for Tops at the time, and he had some business practices that were questionable, you could say. Jack is no longer with us. He's no longer with us, but he had some questionable business practices. Some might say similar to Mikey Freeze. Some might say. So anyway, he did not. People paid for some of the Chrome 2, like maybe a couple hundred cases of Chrome 2, and he kept them himself. He ripped it all himself. He ripped it all himself. Never got out to the public. 216A, 3 out of 50. 3 out of 50. He decided to keister it all. So even though it was a smaller print run, you add that to it as well. So it didn't get out to the a lot of people on Facebook. 216A, Tiny Tim, 3 out of 50. That's Tim Bailey. Tim Bailey. So you add that to it, and it kind of soured people on Chrome. Tops was aware that it happened and kind of soured to another purple. Okay, old Glory Hole. Glory Hole. Glory Hole. That is a 241A. The old Glory Hole right there. Be careful where you stick it. That's a 241A. And that's a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 right there. So yeah. So Tops put a freeze on Chrome. Put a freeze on Chrome. They talked about it every couple years, and I think it was more us talking about it than actually Tops talking about it. 241A, 6 out of 10. Why would Chrome 3 be popular amongst our demographic? Well, because most of us missed OS 1 and 2, because by the time Garbage Pail Kids got really popular, and you lived in small towns, OS 1 and 2 were long gone. 1986 is when Garbage Pail Kids really blew up. 1986 with original series 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Those were the most collected releases of all the Garbage Pail Kids right there. Maybe even into 7, and that's why there's some excitement about Chrome 7 coming out. After Chrome 7, or sorry, after OS 7, OS 8 started to peter out a little bit, losing a little popularity. OS 9, same. By the time we got to OS 10, OS 11, a lot of us had started to move on to sports cards or porno mags or whatever we were doing back then. 213A, 130 out of 150. We couldn't multitask, so you couldn't do both at the same time. But we moved on a little bit. Definitely by OS 12, 13, and 14, a good chunk of us had kind of petered out by then. We kind of petered out. And that's what makes OS 15, original series 15, so expensive, is that they didn't produce a ton of OS 15, and they did the die cut and non-die cut variety. So it kind of got a little bit weird there. 92.99, 210B. Back to Chrome though. Back to Chrome. So a lot of us were excited about seeing the OS3 characters come to life, and it kept getting kicked to the curb. Well, as legend has it, as legend has it, Jack Lockwood was the most responsible uh, uh, and just his last push to help collectors out, which is bizarre because he hurt collectors so bad, was to get Tops to bring Chrome 3 to life. And that's a true story. 210B, 92 out of 99. Uh, he, to my knowledge, never saw Chrome 3 come to life because he had passed away. He had passed away shortly or thereafter Chrome 3 coming out. But he was a one of a just a handful of distributors. He had a distributor license with Tops, and he was just one of a few that had that. 30 out of 75, 247A. So out came Chrome 3, and right at the same time as 35th anniversary, which was cool, but that was a lot of product at once. 35th and Chrome 3, but it was doable. It was doable, but a lot of product at once. A lot of good product at once. 247A, 30 out of 75. It was going to work. It was going to work. Distributors were going to move Chrome 3. 35th was still going to move. They were both going to remain pretty popular. And then out of the sky, Tops decides to drop an absolute bomb on everybody. Not a little blue pill, but a little blue box. They dropped this little blue box out of the sky for $55 a box. Everybody paid $50 for them plus $5 to ship, and they only let you buy one at a time. And they said one per household per order. So that meant you had to buy one and then go click the box, buy another one, boom, and you could do that. I did that 5 times, maybe 6. 209A, 35 out of 50. Some did it as much as like 30 times. I think Blowout did it about 8,000 times. But anyway, yeah, that's how they started. $55 a box, Sapphire one, and it just went nuts. They were selling quickly, upwards of let's see what happened. So if our memory serves me right, the Montgomery Club got their boxes and they listed them on eBay before they opened to the public for around $300 a box, and they were selling. People were buying them, and then all of a sudden, out of the sky, they they dropped them. I believe on a Wednesday around 9 a.m. And I knew they were going to drop them. I had some inside information they were going to drop them, and I got tired of waiting. And so I went and took a shower. I went and took a shower. While I was in the shower, my phone was blowing up that they were live. And I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. So I got down on my computer and it was slow as molasses. But there I was buying them. And this is before there were breaks. There were no breaks at this point. I was buying them to rip them. I wanted to rip them because I wanted that atom bomb, one of Oneski. So there I was, bought like 5 boxes. Pierce Pearl 44 out of 150 on the 226A, and then they hit eBay on the flips. The flips hit eBay, and there was nothing under about 120. They range from about 160 to 120 because there were so many that it kept the price lower. But once all of those eBay boxes dried up, I bought about 25 or so on eBay. Once those dried up, then they started going up, and then Blowout Cards had them listed for like 225. I think it's their original listing price was 225, and they climbed. It was like a stock. It was like when crypto was good. Well, maybe some might argue crypto still is good, but it wasn't good to me. I can tell you that. 212B Airhead Jet, 8 out of 50. So what happened was they just continued to climb, and people would say, "Oh, they'll never go over 300," and then the same knuckleheads, "Oh, they'll never go over 400." 8 out of 50, 212B, and all the know-it-alls were, "No, I can't." That once they hit 500, it's dead. No way. And next thing you know, they peaked. They peaked at about 1250. That little blue box got up to about 1250. Some There was probably a few outliers that sold for $1,300. But yeah, that's a newly dead Ed 110 out of 150 and a 250A. Newly dead Ed. They did, but they peaked. They held strong over 1,000, definitely in the 1,100 range for a while. And that really is where breaks went nuts. And it's basically shut down Chrome 3, and it was all Sapphire 1, 15 different breakers, 250A, 110, and 150. Just an absolute glory hole. It was just Sapphire 1 after Sapphire 1 break. That is a red Seymour nutsack. Oh my goodness. 211A, 1 out of 5. This spot has just been white hot. 211A, Seymour nutsack. Unreal. 211A, 1 out of 5. There is the red ski. I got to look who's that spot has a lot of quitters. A lot of quitters on this spot. I can tell you that. There's been a lot of quitters on this spot. And once that happens, that's usually a sign that it's going to hit. When you have multiple quitters on one spot, that is Manny. That is Northern Lights Manny. 211A, 1 out of 5. This spot has been leaving spider legs. That this is going to be the one of one we see probably next. 211A, 1 out of 5. And it is. I think it's open next week. I think Manny's quitting on it. He's like, no, I got to quit on it. So that means the one of one's coming. The one of one is coming on that spot. You guys know it. You know, girl, you know it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The 1 out of 5 loves you. Let's go. So yeah, Sapphire won, and that ran strong. Eventually, it slowed down enough to give some air to Chrome 3, but there were only a couple Chrome 3 breakers. I showed up to the scene a little bit later with breaks. I was not really into breaks. I did more personal. I ripped about 50 boxes of Sapphire 1 myself. I built a pretty sweet OS2 set of Sapphire 1. I just didn't, for whatever reason, out of my 50 boxes, I got very little OS1 characters, which was weird. 233A, 28 out of 99. That is Mr. Alligator, the old Gator. Let's go. If you're watching on Whatnot, give me a follow. I'll be breaking. I'll be quad streaming every weekend on YouTube, Facebook, Garbage Pail Kid Alive, The Real Deal, Garbage Pail Kid Breaks page on Facebook, and on Calvert Cards at Whatnaughty. How about a gold Radar Ray, 8 out of 15, 240A. 248. This is not a pack purchase. This is not a pack purchase. This is a break. I don't do pack purchases. You buy spots. So if this spot was open, you would have just got a gold 248, 8 out of 15. This is not a digi break, neither. This is where you purchase the character you want to play that's available, that's open. So if there's an open spot, it would be like, say, like next week, 211 A and B is open. You would get any hits on the A and the B side. I have those breaks posted on Garbage Pail Kids Alive, The Real Deal. I also bring the open spots, anything that remains open on Friday at noon. Friday at noon, I will be selling all open spots for Sapphire 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sapphire 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I don't do I don't sell packs of Sapphire. I just open boxes. Right now, Sapphire 1 is a 3-box break. A 3-box break of Sapphire 1. That's on Friday at 4:30. 252B Liquid Metal 106 out of 150. On Saturday at 7 a.m., we'll be ripping Sapphire 3, 35 boxes of Sapphire 3. Shortly after that, we'll be ripping Sapphire 2, 20 boxes of Sapphire 2. And then on Sundays, every Sunday, 7 a.m., we rip 23 boxes of Sapphire 4, 252B, 106 out of 150. So any open spots you can grab over on Facebook, and then if they're still open, I'll run live auctions on a purple screaming peepers, Jeepers Creepers. It's James Lawley, 227B, 4 out of 10. All right, James, would you look at that? 227B, 4 out of 10. Oh yeah. 227B, 4 out of 10. Let me try and let me try and dumb it down a little bit. I'm going to try and dumb it down a little bit, so just so everybody can understand. So if you already know how brakes work, I'm not necessarily talking to you, but let me just try to dumb it down because it'd be a lot easier to understand how they worked if you saw the actual brake post that's up on Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the real deal on Facebook. If you saw the brake post, it would be a little bit easier. But what I do is I post the so on the back. Remember when you're kids, when you were a kid and you collected Garbage Pail Kids, and on the back of the card it had the checklist. That same checklist is the same checklist with these. So I use that checklist because it shows the A and the B's, and I put a price for each spot. And then I post that checklist up on Facebook, and I sell the spot to where any hit now, a hit, this would be a hit right here. This is a hit. Dynamite 250B, 55 out of 99. 55 out of 99. Why am I saying 55? Because that's the number of the parallel. This is an aqua blue, and it's a 250B Dynamite. So in this case, JT Lowe plays this spot, 250 A and B, and if it hits, he gets the hit from the break. If it doesn't hit, he doesn't get the hit from the break. It's pretty. I think that's about the simplest way to explain it. Is you pay for the spot, and if I pull it live in the break, you get that hit. You get this. You get this. So that's kind of how it works. That's it. No, it's not a digi break. It's not anything else. It's just I'm live. You buy it, and if you want, you can stay on that spot for as long as I'm breaking. You can stay on that spot as long as you want to. I do not kick people off spots unless they don't pay. If you don't pay, then I can't keep you on the spot. 239A, 33 out of 150. Yeah. No, it's breaks are about as simple as sliced butter, sliced bread, um, putting on underwear. I don't know. It's simple. 239A, 33 out of 150. Yep. It's just I open the packs, and now this is maybe what I'm not explaining is uh, all the spots are claimed and paid for before the break begins. So I don't begin a break and while I'm breaking sell spots. So that's why at noon this coming Friday, any open spots. If you don't want to jump over to Facebook to look at the spots at Garbage Bucket Alive, the real deal, then you can tune in on Friday on Whatnot. Friday on Whatnot at noon. I'm going to go down through all of them. I'm going to start with Sapphire 1 and go, okay, here are the open spots. I'll run one auction at a time. And if you win the auction, you get to play that spot in the break. If you win the auction, you get to play it in the break, and that will be for any open spots. You can go to gpktracking.com and you can see what's remaining on every spot and on all four sapphires. Those are all tracked. Now, have they missed a few here and there? Of course. They can't get everything, but they do a pretty damn good job. 255A, 50 out of 99. They take every lead, but they can't put down spots just based on myths and rumors. They actually have to see the card to put that down, because somebody can say, "Oh yeah, I have every one of one known to man." Well, let's see them. Well, I can't show you pictures. Well, then you don't have them. Then you don't have them. That is a Ryan RH on the 242B. Ryan Harris, come on down and get your drying guy. You don't have to. You don't have to. You do not have to open your MySpace account nor your Facebook account. You don't, because I will stream on Whatnot, and I understand that. 242B, 22 out of 75. I do understand folks that are reluctant to get back on. Shoot, I was late to the game. I didn't open start Facebook until 2020. That's an orange Megan Strainer. 254A. And the only reason why I started a Facebook account was to get my card business moving in the right direction, because I had multiple people reach out to me and they said, "Scott, why are you not on Facebook? That's how you move product nowadays." And I'm like, "What? I just do it by word of mouth and by eBay." 254A, 21 out of 25. And once I jumped on Facebook, my business soared. It was kind of a little stale. It was a little bit stale. And then I had a couple folks poke me couple folks poked me about Whatnot. I did join Whatnot a year and a half ago, but I'm just too old school, I guess. I was like, I can't figure this shit out. I don't know how I can make this work. And about a year and a half goes by, and then I got poked by several folks. Got bit by a gator and 222A, and they said, "Dude, give it a go." 222A, 6 out of 150. So now I'm giving it a go. So that's why we're streaming on all these platforms, trying to grow the breaks and kind of just share with the audience what we've been doing for almost 4 years over on Facebook. 222A, 6 out of 150. A lot of people that, if you're not on Facebook, you probably don't get to see Sapphire ripped on a regular basis. It's just not a thing. So that's why we're doing it. So give me a follow on Whatnot. Um, I promise I'll be bringing some content over to Whatnot. Chrome Pactor Patty, 40 out of 75, 253B. Just have been a little bit busy this week. I will be taking pre-orders on Chrome 7, on blasters at least, 253B, 40 out of 75. My distributor reached out to me, not not Jack Lockwood. He's not my distributor. But oh, that was a funny. But he told me, what did he tell me? He said that it looks like Chrome 7 is coming out the end of this month. And I'm like, yes, I was aware of that. But he said, okay, I'll be getting you pricing soon. So I should be getting pricing soon. Once I get my pricing, I'll be sharing that with the groups. And if you want to pre-order, you can through me. If not, no biggie. I don't think I'm going to buy a ton of Chrome 7, but I'll buy maybe 100 cases of it, 50 out of 150. Probably do 100 cases of blasters. 50 out of 150, 216B. I would like to hear more information first. I've been told that they're putting, for the first time ever, they'll be putting sketches in Chrome, which is bizarre. They've never put sketches in Chrome before. That is an aqua blue. Uncool Carl. Carl is so uncool. 228B. So yeah, they'll be putting sketches in those. Hobbies is a different distribution chain for me, and I don't always have the best pricing with Hobbies, but I'm gonna try. I try to buy the price down so I can pass on the savings. 228B, 12 out of 99. But I also got spanked with Chrome 7. I bought way too much Chrome 7. I bought hangers, blasters, hobbies, just all of it. I'm glad they didn't do value packs too. I would have bought those. I think in total, I pushed around 300 cases of Chrome 5, 37 out of 75. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit thinking about those 300 cases. I couldn't move those to save my life. It took forever, and I did take it in the shorts. I think after it was all said and done, I think I was in the red 25,000 on Chrome 5. I think that's where I finished. That's a great business model, by the way. That's a 226A pierced pearl. Who's on the 226? 226. Oh, it's Vegas Poly C. No, it's not. It's AC. It is AC on the pierced pearl. 37 out of 75, 226A. All right. It's been a minute since we pulled a 101. I think the time is now. Let's do it. 4. Woo! I'm running on fumes today. No coffee today. No Folgers. Nothing. Nothing. Just on fumes. Trying to rip some packs. Pack some rips. Yeah. No, there's been I wouldn't say that about Chrome if I didn't have enough information to say that about the sketches. They're going to be in there. Restored Rusty. That is a 255B, 60 out of 150. So they'll make it fun. My only concern with Chrome 7 is that they did us right with Chrome 6. They did us dirty with Chrome 5. They did us a little dirty with Chrome 4. I'll admit. That's a John 246A. 246A. That is Brandon Lowe on the Johnny John on the 91 out of 99. They did us a little dirty with Chrome 4, but they did us really dirty with Chrome 5. And what I mean by that is they cranked production too high. But then by Chrome 6, we all thought at that point. Now before it came out, 91 out of 99, and people under purchased Chrome 6. And what happened with Chrome 6, because I think Topps was getting the vibe, because they had to dump so much Chrome 5. They had to dump a ton of Chrome 5, just a ton of it. Like 90% off, 90% off to these big distributors. That just the junk they couldn't sell. And they also lied about the hit odds on Chrome 5. So they lied to us. They overproduced the shit out of it. You didn't get the number of hits per box you're supposed to get. Just a mess. They created just a mess with Chrome 5. Well, they corrected it with Chrome 6, and they actually made the odds fairly reasonable. The best blaster odds since Chrome 2. That's a fact. Chrome 2, the best blaster odds with Chrome 6 since Chrome 2. So if you're looking for good blaster odds, I don't have any to sell you. I'm sold out of Chrome 6 blasters, but Chrome 6 blasters is your best value on Chrome 249B, 59 out of 150. That wound up being your best value because you can get them at a reasonable price, and you're going to see some loving in there. You will see some loving. I pulled a super out of a blaster case, and I pulled one super out of a hobby case. That is a Shrill and Gillin 221B, 48 out of 75. Who's on the 221? That would be Ryan Preston on the 221. All right, there you go, RP. 48 out of 75 on the 221. Let's go. Whatnotters, thank you all for tuning in. Give me a follow. I'll have content up on Whatnot for sure on Friday. Any open break spots, I'm bringing them over to Whatnot at noon. That's West Coast time, noon on Friday. This coming Friday, we'll have Sapphire 1 first. Then we'll do Sapphire 2, Sapphire 3, and then Sapphire 4. Those breaks will all take place on the weekend. 221B, 48 out of 75. So if you happen to win a spot during one of those, you will play it all over the weekend. It'll be live streamed on Whatnot, Pornhub, YouTube, and Facebook. Garbage Bucket Alive, The Real Deal, and Garbage Bucket Breaks. If I sound like a rinse and repeat, it's on purpose. I am an infomercial today because we are trying to grow the breaks. 63 out of 99, 254B. For those on Facebook, I think you understand why we're doing this. We need some new blood to play in the breaks because Facebook is starting to. It's not a dinosaur. It's not quite MySpace. It's not quite. I'm not saying that Facebook. It's not quite MySpace, but it is slowing down in growth. 223A. And yeah, so we need to get some new blood in some of these breaks. So if you're on Whatnot and you have any questions, just reach out and touch faith. We'll get you on there. That is a Lollipoppy, 43 out of 50, 223A. For those on Whatnot, what I do is I post the break up on Facebook, and then people grab any open spots. If people want to hold their spots from the week before, that's called right of first refusal, and they can just hold their spots for eternity. But a lot of times spots do free up, and you can grab them over on Facebook. But once enough time has passed, I will bring them over to Whatnot every Friday. For right now, we're doing it this Friday at noon. That's kind of a new thing. 226B, cheap stool, 11 out of 150. 11 out of 150. And I believe that's AC on the 11. Jeff Barchi. What's going on, Jeff? That's a 226B. That is AC. Eric Carlson. 11 out of 150, 226B. And if you're on Whatnot and you buy a spot, I have to ship you something. Whatnot requires me each week to ship you something. Otherwise, they won't, whatever you paid for the spot, they won't pay me. I have to ship you something. So that's the difference. That's the difference about Whatnot. That is an orange Bridget Digit, James Tyrus on the 218B, 15 out of 25. 15 out of 25. We are ripping 23 boxes of Sapphire 4. This is not a digi break. This is not a pack opening. It is a break, a box break. 218B, 15 out of 25. Boom. We have different angles. If you want an overhead angle, you can go over to the Facebook page. If you like the straight ahead angle, you can just watch it here. If you're wondering why you only see sometimes half and half, it's because one camera one is showing this and camera two is showing that. Two. It's not a. I don't have it down perfect yet. I just started doing this. bought another phone so I could do this stuff because Whatnot does not allow full blown dual streaming. They say they allow Facebook, but then it takes you to my public page, 244B, 134 out of 150. 134. That is Muddy Mod. And it looks like actually that charger's working today. It's actually going above, and you're good up there. You're at 80. Oh, yeah, we're strong. Batteries are strong today. Got Gooey Gabe in the house. He was the one in the background opening those boxes for me and just giving me the packs out front. Total Todd. Spider legs. Oh, the spider legs. I just have a lot of stupid sayings. Okay, yeah, that's probably going to make things confusing when I say something stupid. The spider legs. Okay, I'm going to tell the story. Facebook's like, no, Scott, don't tell the spider leg story. Yep, Whatnot hasn't heard it. Whatnot has not heard the spider leg story. 237A, 86 out of 99. All right, so we're going back to the 80s now. We're going back to the 80s. We're at Steve's Pizzeria in Grants Pass, Oregon. Steve's Pizzeria. Might have been called something else at the time. I can't remember what I remember it as Steve's Pizza, but I can't remember the name before. So we're just going to call it Steve's Pizza. For those of you from Grants Pass, you're like, oh, fuck yeah. I remember Steve's Pizza. Of course you do. Of course you do. 59 out of 75, 239B. It was over in the Montgomery Ward Shopping Center over there off of 6th Street, I believe. Coming down 6th. Yep, off of 6th Street. Where was that? Over by the Black Forest. Over by the Black Forest. I think the Black Forest is still open, by the way. That's a 239B. If you want a really bad breakfast, I'm sorry, Black Forest. I would never do you dirty like that. 59 out of 75. Anyway, at the pizza joint. 239B, 59 out of 75. We go in there and we got some fries. And it was the old days with the little red basket, and you got that paper inside, that nice paper inside. So yeah, I got my basket of fries, and I noticed something on the basket of fries. On not on the fries themselves were these little black lines, on some of the fries. And I did at first. I was like, whatever, and I was eating them, and then kept going through it. And I thought, man, something's weird with these fries. They tasted fine though. They tasted delicious, nutritious too, I'm sure. Eve dropping 150 out of 150. At the bottom of the basket was a spider body. There was a spider body with no legs. I'm not kidding. 240B, 240B. So when I use that reference, we're seeing some spider legs. That means that the card, like if we see the same hit, like this guy, 211, we've been seeing this one hit multiple times. I feel like it's leading us in the direction that we're going to see the big one hit, because a lot of times you'll see a character trend in the direction. I call them spider legs, where you start seeing spider legs. We're about to see the body. We're about to see that one of one. So the body is the one of one. Okay, I know it's a stretch, but that's why I say it. That's how I came up with that. 240B, 150B. So we're seeing spider legs. We're seeing little legs on French fries, and we're just about to see that one of one. I could be wrong. And maybe it was just an excuse to tell a story from when I was a kid. 218A, 29 out of 50. But Facebook loves that story. They do, as they're sitting there eating fries right now. They're like, Scott, stop with the fry story. Not again. Not again. But there you go with the spider legs. So that's a stupid reference that I use when we start seeing a card. It has nothing to do with reality. 218A, 29 out of 50. Other than it really happened. It did. And I've been asked, how does a deep fried body taste? I didn't eat it. We were out of ranch by that point. The ranch was gone, so I didn't eat the body. Oh, yeah. Yes. That is a loose stool right there, 222B. Loose spring, 67 out of 75. 67 out of 75. So, yeah, I grew up in Grants Pass, Oregon. I was a river guide for several years. I was a river guide for several years in the 90s. In the 90s, I was guiding the Rogue River. If you like river rafting and you haven't done the Lower Rogue River yet, you need to give that one a go. 222B, 67 out of 75. The Rogue River, shoot, the Lower Rogue River was one of 3 rivers declared wild and scenic by the government back in the 60s. 222B, 67 out of 75. and that protected the river for the rest of eternity. There's no strip malls, there's no development on that section of the Rogue River. It's a 40-mile stretch, well, roughly 38-mile stretch of wild and scenic river rafting. It's absolutely gorgeous. You see very little activity along the way as far as like lights and stuff. There are a few lodges that were built pre 60s that you can stay at, but only a few. Black Bar Lodge, Mariel Lodge, Paradise Lodge, Half Moon. Those lodges are along the river. You can stay there. Beautiful spots. Those are all great lodges. Not a whole lot else. 256A, 66 out of 150. The rafting is nice. It's not too aggressive, but it's not too soft either. They rate rafting this type of river like on a 1 to 6 scale, and the biggest rapid you're going to see, but you go around, is Rainy Falls, kind of a waterfall deal. You actually port around that one. The rest of it you go through, and it ranges from 3 to 4s on the river. You'll see some 1s and 2s. A classification 1 would just be like a fast current. A classification 2 would be, kind of ripple. I call it splash and giggle. Splash and giggle a little bit. Flushing Floyd, 37 out of 99, 246B. Like a class 2, you could just kind of float in your life jacket. Class 3 and 4 probably shouldn't be floating in your life jacket. Probably not a good idea, but you could if you wanted to. I mean, I'm not going to tell you not. If you want to drown, go for it. Go for it. It's your prerogative. Do what you want to do. But yeah, it's typically a 3-day river trip. Some will make it 4 days, and in high water, you can easily do it in 2. You can easily do it in 2 days. I did flood stage once. I probably won't ever do that again. That was a little rough. That was a little rough. My eyes, yes, they flashed in front of me. I couldn't see. My life did. My life flashed before my eyes. That is a tin roof Sunday, 253A, 146 out of 150. But yeah, that was the 90s. River guiding in the 90s. Went from river guiding to breaking cards. What a combo. What a combo. I think I'm gonna go rafting again next year. I try to hit that river every couple years now. Otherwise, I'll get too old to do it. I'll get too old to do it. Do stuff like that before you get too old to do it. River rafting. River rafting. Problem is, you probably should go in June or July. June or July. It seems like every year now down in Southern Oregon they have smoke and fires down there. It's really dry. Southern Oregon is a really dry. They have a sign in Grants Pass that says it's the climate. It's the climate because it's the nicest climate probably in Oregon. Get a lot of sun down there. 219A, 116 out of 150. A lot of sun in GP. It's also a great spot to. It's also a great climate for growing some marijuana. Yes, that is also an activity down there that's pretty popular. Pretty popular in Southern Oregon. It's the climate. They got water and they got a nice temperature, so it grows well, I guess. So I've been told. 214A, 21 out of 99. So you can go rafting and you can grow some smoke. You can grow some smoke and go river rafting. What a combination. 214A. Listen to Bachman Turner Overdrive. No, probably the Eagles. Take it easy. 214A, 21 out of 99. 21 out of 99. Oh, thanks for the memories. Thanks for the memories. Going down memory lane. 4 base cards. 4 base cards. Yeah, but yeah, Southern Oregon's. The other claim to fame with Southern Oregon, Pooh Dale. Dutch Brothers started in Southern Oregon out of Grants Pass, if you can believe that. Dutch Bros. Kim's from Grants Pass. Grants Pass, Oregon. Yep. Went to the same high school with the owner. Same high school. That is the claim to fame there. Not much else came out of that high school. Well, I guess I did. I came out of that high school. 251A, 43 out of 75. Right there. Oh, my goodness. And now I just break. No more river rafting. I was in a whole lot better shape when I used to row a boat. Don't think I can row a boat now. I'd probably pull my shoulder. Pull my finger. Nope. Pulled shoulder. That's a Shrill Jill. 64 out of 150. 221B. 221B. Ooh, yeah. So next weekend we'll be ripping again. Sapphire 1, 2, 3, and 4. I see a lot of people just tuning in on whatnot. 64 out of 150. This is a regular break. I don't do digi breaks. I haven't quite figured those out yet. This is a regular break. I post these breaks up on Facebook, and people claim their spots over there on Facebook. Any spots remaining? Any spots remaining? Oh yeah, Manny, I see you up there on camera 3, Manny. I see you on camera 3 from the above cam. There's Manny. Manny, you got that red. Holy Mikey's, Manny. All open spots I'll bring to Whatnot on Friday at noon. Friday at noon, tune in. That's noon West Coast time. I'll go live and run auctions for all remaining spots. So if you want to try to score a spot on the cheap, try to pick it up over there. I do not run breaks with open spots. You are not buying a pack. All you're buying is the character from that spot. When breaks first come out, we look at popularity of character. What spot would be easier to sell versus hard to sell? Just it's not quite a scientific thing, but and it's not quite a collaborative thing. 248A, some of it's guessing. 55 out of 150. We've had a few 55s. Don't tell AC that. Don't tell AC that. We've had a few 55s. That was Angelo, the mighty Angelo pulled that one in. The mighty Angelo. So far, 3 purples, a red, a gold, and an orange. 2, 3, 4 oranges. That is your body count. That's your body count on the upper hits. We will do a hit review at the end of the party. That's a dynamite 15 out of 50. 250, 250B. JT low. Yes, so you buy the A and the B side. It's all one. So if you buy 250, it's the A and the B side, or any other spots, the A and the B side, and you get any hits that I pulled during that particular break. So some people are like, oh, so if I bought that spot, I paid for it for every break you do. No, no, no. You paid for the break that it says that has the date on there, which I'll be running on the day before the break. Oh my goodness. We got another one, ladies and germs. Ladies and germs, we got another one. We got another one. What is it? Who is it? And the winner and the champion is Bridget Digit 218B. 3 out of 5. That's our second red. 2 reds. We got more reds than golds today. Let's go. Bridget Digit. Not bad. We're not even done yet. We've already pulled 2 reds out of 23 boxes. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. 218B, 3 out of 5. And Northern Lights Manny, that's James Tyrus on that one. Over here is Northern Lights Manny. Birthday boy Manny, 1 out of 5 on the 211A. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? That's 3 purples and 2 red skis. Let's go. Friday. All the breaks are posted on Garbage Puck Kid Alive, the real deal right now. If you're over on Garbage Puck Kids Alive, the real deal, you'll see the breaks posted. Any spots that do not sell, I will on Friday. Today's Sunday. So this coming Friday at noon, I will post those spots and the breaks will take place. Sapphire 1 on Friday, Sapphire 2 and 3 on Saturday, 2 and 3 on Saturday, and then on Sunday, we'll be ripping Sapphire 4. So that's what we'll be doing. Sometimes my break schedule moves around a little bit if I'll be traveling or I'm just not able to. But for this coming weekend, we'll be kicking off at 4:35 West Coast time because I'm on the West Coast. 106 out of 150. If you're on the East Coast, when I say West Coast time, all you have to do is add 3 hours. I know that's really confusing for some folks. Just add 3 hours and you'll have East Coast time. 244A, 106 out of 150. We'll get this East Coast, West Coast, the whole pan situation figured out. We'll get it figured out. All right, here we go. We still have more boxes to rip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go for the show. What can we do in the final 6? Will we get a third red? Will we finally get a 1 of 1? We haven't had one for a few weeks. What is going on there? That's a pan. Speaking of pan, the whole pan situation, the whole pan situation right there. That is 4 out of 50, 232A. Hello, Miss Lady. I think I can help you out with this whole Pam. There you go. Daniel Smith Jr., 232A, 4 out of 50. Let's go. Booger faces. I haven't seen any booger faces yet, Mr. Davis. I have not, but maybe. Let's pull one. Let's pull a booger face. Oh, that's an overflow. Christopher Gong on the 49 out of 150. 49 out of 150. I also do sell sapphire. I also sell chrome. I sell paper product. I have paper product back to 2012. Well, actually, before that, I have some flashback. I do have some flashback. 207A, 49 out of 150. I haven't decided yet, but I might dual stream on Whatnot and on Facebook the Flashback 3 rip. That is full. We're going to rip a 24 box of Flashback 3. What's cool about Flashback 3? We're chasing down that Atom Bomb autograph. Atom Bomb autograph. That is a Pagan Megan 224B, 35 out of 99. James T on the 224B. Boom. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Whatnotters, if you want to wait till Friday, you'll see open spots then 224B, but I can't promise 35 out of 99. Some of the spots that are currently open today will be closed out by Friday from the Facebookers. So if you want to see what's available and buy them beforehand, you can. Just come over there and join MySpace. Join MySpace and you'll see me over there. I'm kidding. I know some people are like, MySpace? Are you really? Okay, I'm on MySpace. Where are you? I was kidding about MySpace. Facebook 250A, 47 out of 75. Chrome 7. Chrome 7. My distributor said he'll have pricing for me probably this week. So, Mr. David Bob, I'll get a hold of you. 47 out of 75, 250A. So hopefully this week, I'm expecting to be shipping. Fanatics is doing business a lot different. I mean, we used to have pre-orders that would last like a year early. A lot of times they were about 6 months before they'd actually release. They did pre-orders. Fanatics is doing it totally different. They're almost eliminating pre-orders altogether. A gold Rustin Justin 247B. That's a 4 out of 15 on the Rustin Justin. Fanatics is doing business a little different. They're not really doing or offering pre-orders like they used to. So a week or two before release, that's when I'll probably have pricing. So soon, my distributor told me that it's coming. 247B, 4 out of 15. That's James T on that one. So soon. Oh, monkey fat. That's the old. Is that that's Stuff Steven on your little emoji there. I like it. Stuff Steven. 4 base cards. We still got a few more packs to go. Then we're going to do a full meal deal hit review. Hit review is coming. Oh, yeah. That is a black parallel. Cherry Blossom, 115 out of 150, 238B. 238B. And I will give some links out here. And I'm starting to add some stuff to the Whatnotter shipments. So where you can 238B, one to make things easier for you, 115 out of 150. Just to make things a little easier, help you find me. And like I stated earlier, I will have content up. We had a fun little some auctions a couple days ago. Did some dolls, some puzzles, some all kinds of stuff. So look for that again. I will be putting some stuff up for auction on Whatnot. Smaller items, nothing too expensive. Some blasters, vacation blasters, kids that play blasters. Some of the other smaller items. Not the bot bag though. I did get a bot bag. Got the bot bag right there. 48-inch, 1986 bot bag. If you're on the overhead view, it looks like this. That's the bot bag right there's the bot bag. Oh yeah, you can bop the bag. That is Bernie Burns, 52 out of 150, 231B. Boom. When will I start Chrome 7? Probably this week. I'll probably start once I get the pricing on Chrome 7. 4 base. Or are you talking about auctions? I'll do it later this week. I'll post it up there so you guys can see it. Give me a follow and you'll know when I'm doing stuff. Give me a follow and you'll know when I'm doing stuff. I don't quite have a Whatnot schedule out yet. 217A. Still working on that one. I'm still in the infancy stage of Whatnot. Still a baby. I'm still a baby on Whatnot. But I've figured out some things though. I'm starting to like it. That is Brad Williams, Buffalo Wild Wings on the 91 out of 99, 217A. We were up above it. Now, of course, we are down in it. We are down to the final 4 boxes of Sapphire 4, and then that will conclude the Sapphire 4 break. How about a green? So far, 2 reds, 3 purples, and I believe we have 3 golds. I think, or maybe 2 golds. We got a couple golds and a slew of oranges. We got a Seattle slew of oranges. That's a 254B, 42 out of 50. 42 out of 50. I will be offering Chrome 7 breaks as well at some point. I will. 254B, 42 out of 50. Speaking of Chrome, there is one breaker only that rips Chrome 3. That on Earth, there's only one breaker of Chrome 3. That would be Fancy Nancy. You can find Nancy on the breaks page on Facebook, Garbage Pail Kid Breaks page. You can find her over there ripping Chrome 3. So if you want to play some Chrome 3 goodness, reach out and touch Nancy. If you can't find her, reach out to me and I'll help you find her. Barbecue 245B, 71 out of 150. She rips every Monday at 6:30 at night, West Coast time. So that'd be 9:30 on the East Coast. She does a half case of Chrome 3 every Monday. That's a 245, 71 out of 150. Who got the barbecue? Let's see. Who's on the barbecue? 245. 245 is Tyler Clark. Tyler Clark, come on down. Boom, 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 boom. All right. I got you, Manny. I got you. So other releases. That is a Muddy Mod, 43 out of 75. What does 2024 have left in store for customers? Well, it's August. We have Chrome 7, obviously the end of this month. And typically they do 2 paper releases. 43 out of 75 on the 244B. 2 paper releases. What's a paper release? A paper release would be a non-Chrome, a non-Sapphire release. So like Bookworms, Vacation, Late to School, 35th, 40th next year. Oh my goodness, 40th next year. Holy cow. That's true. 40th next year. But let's talk about this year. So what's left? As stated, Chrome 7. 2024 Series 2 will come out in November. And then, of course, the much anticipated Sapphire 5 will be out. That will be OS 7. OS 7. I think they realized they screwed up because it should be Sapphire 7 for OS 7, but they started Sapphire with 1 and 2. OS original series 1 and 2 made Sapphire 1, and then original series 3 and 4 made Sapphire 2. And then they had a wild hair and said, let's start changing that. Okay, let's change it. 216A, Tiny Tim, 38 out of 99. 38 out of 99. Z99 on the Tiny Tim. All right, last 3, and then it's going to be time for the hit review. And then I'm going to say, see you later, suckers! 4-base card. And then that'll be the news, and I'm out of here. Until next weekend. I do run raffles. Raffles and breaks is my business too. I also sell. You can find me on eBay on Cowboy Tilly. Cowboy Tilly on eBay, 249A, 17 out of 150. I've been lazy. I don't have all my inventory listed on eBay, though. It'd probably make it easier if I did. I will get to that. A lot of fires. 17 out of 150. Dylan Dunst on the 249A. But I do list a lot of stuff over there. I do. All right, here we go. And in this corner, we have a green Jerry Atrick, 13 out of 50. 239A. 239A. That is James T on the 239A. Oh, yeah. We used to rip 50 boxes. I've done a 100-box break of every release. Sapphire 1, we did 111 boxes. Sapphire 2, we ripped over 100 boxes multiple times in one break. Sapphire 3, again, over 100 boxes multiple times. Sapphire 4, only once. Only once did I do it with Sapphire 4. Most of them, we pulled one of ones. In one of them, we pulled 2 one-of-ones in Sapphire 2. 243B. Speaking of the fancy one, that's Fancy Nancy on the Sherwood Forest. 40 out of 150. 243B. All right, Nancy. Sapphire 1 has typically 2 hits per box. Sapphire 2, 2 to 3 hits per box. Sapphire 3, 1 to 2 hits per box. Sapphire 4, 4 hits per box. So they're all a little bit different. But 230B, handy Andy, 42 out of 75 on the 230B. Donnie Moffat. Now, I'm not the only breaker Garbage Pail Kids. You guys probably know that by now. There are a lot of breakers of Garbage Pail Kids. You can find them all over Facebook, and soon you'll start seeing more of them on Whatnot. But most of the breaks are on Garbage Pail Kid Breaks page on Facebook. 230B, 42 out of 75. A lot of different products being ripped out there. Chrome 3 through 6 is currently being. I don't see any Chrome 1 and 2 breaks. I have a couple cases of Chrome 1. I would like to do some breaks, but it's not quite in the cards. 248B GPK, 87 out of 99. 87 out of 99. You can show the Kellers some love. The Kellers got their own breaks page going on FB. 248B, 87 out of 99. They're running Sapphire and Chrome. Sapphire and Chrome. Lickin' Leo, you see him on Whatnot. He's running Sapphire. Let's see. Sapphire 3 and 4 right now. Sapphire 3 and 4. He breaks on the weekends too. Postcards from Edgerly. He's ripping Chrome and Sapphire. Chrome and Sapphire. Jeremy Jacques, he's got his own breaks page and he's ripping Chrome and soon to be Sapphire again. Jeremy Jacques. Fred Farmer, Fast Freddy Farmer, 256B, 7 out of 150. He goes back and forth. Right now he's ripping Chrome, but he also rips some Sapphire here and there. Who am I leaving out? I'm leaving anybody out. That is a gold. Joel Hole, the Pirates Life for me. 208A. Felix Bachman Turner Overdrive, 10 out of 15. That is our third. So we got 3 golds and 3 purples. Does that mean a third red's coming? 10 out of 15. Joel's Hole right there. Nice Joel Hole. And then we keep on keeping on. Still got one more box left to rip. One more to go. But yeah, give them all a follow. You can check them out over there. They are ripping all those products. And that's about it. I'm running out of gas, running out of fumes. I'm on fumes today. No coffee. Can you imagine me on coffee? No, you can't. That is 14 out of 150, 253B. 253B, 14 out of 150. I'd probably, right now, if you gave me a coffee, I'd probably be twisting some nipples with the Spider-Man hat on. No way. I saw that Keller and Leo might have a dance-off. I can't believe it. They might have a dance-off. A nipple twist and dance-off. 253B, 14 out of 150. All right, we are down to the final one. Let's go. 4 base cards. All right, here we go. Here is the last pack. Let's find some magic. Been a nice break so far. 3 golds, 3 purples, and a little handful of oranges. Not bad for 23 boxes, but let's see if we can go out with a bang. Oh, Gabe, I need that top loader. We did need it after all. That is a aqua blue Troy Toy 222A Troy Toy, 76 out of 99. 76 out of 99 on the Troy Toy. I think that's Chris Holland. Christopher Robbins, 222A, 76 out of 99 in the Aqua Blue Special. Aqua Bluesy Special. Let's go. Red Whacker. All right. Creekbed Donnie's calling for a red whacker, and it's a George Washington, 4 out of 26. Dang it. You got crawdadded on that one, Donnie. You got snapped by the crawdad. 4 out of 25. Ooh, yeah. Yep, that's another thing I used to do as a kiddo. Go to the little creek beds, Donnie. I used to go to Jump Off Joe Creek, and I'd be down right along the rock wall underwater by the waterfall. Little waterfalls go in there and just go right behind those little crawdads. Little pinchers, little tiny lobsters. 219A, 4 out of 25. Oh, yeah. They would snap you. You wouldn't want to put one of those bad boys on your nipples, Donnie. I'm telling you right now. That's a piercing you don't want. That is a piercing you don't want. We should have another hit or two left. And then I'll go ahead and take those Aqua Blues, Gapester. Oh, blacks, I mean black parallels. There's the Gong Show getting a little loving on the 82 out of 150. Overflowing it, 207A on the overflowing it. 207A. Overflow. All right. Last couple of packs in the deck. Green parallel, another George Washington. I thought we just saw this guy. 219A, George Washington. That is a 219A, 36 out of 50. 36 out of 50. All right, it's time for the hit review. Time for the hit review. 4 base cards. Couple reds. Couple purples. Goldilockses. I guess we kind of just did those. Where did my clipboard go? Put that up. All right. Here's where you can find me. Right here. Whatnotters. That might help if you can see that. On Facebook, Garbage Pail Kids Alive. Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the real deal. Not live, alive. Sorry, I forgot the A. What an idiot. Forgot the A. Alive. Garbage, I did this yesterday. I'm sorry. I was a little sloppy with it. Garbage Pail Kids Alive, the real deal on Facebook. YouTube, you can find me at Calvert Cards. eBay, Cowboy Tilly. You can reach out to me at calvertcards@outlook.com. And I'm also streaming on the Breaks page, the Garbage Pail Kids Breaks page. So here we go. Here's your hit review. Right here. Boom. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. All right. We got Chrome. Let me see this right there. You said, okay, all 3 cameras. Chrome Factor Patty, unbolted, newly dead Ed, liquid metal, restored Rusty, silvery Seymour, tin roof Sunday, Sherwood Forest, Manny Lenny. Trying to get it to where both cameras can see. Please everybody at once. Barbecue, welcome. Hector Collector, Clean Marine, a lot of Carlotta. So if you played these spots, you get these hits. Eavesdropping, Bernie Burns. That's how it works. It's not a digi break. You actually buy the spots, buy the character. So in this case, if you bought 238 A and B, you would get this guy, Cherry Blossom. So every hit from this break for that spot, you would get 236B, Sucking Sybil, Toe and Owen, Geriatric, Shrill Jill. There's 50 characters in Sapphire 3 and 50 characters, Cheap Jewel, Auto Whack, Small Saul, George Washington, Overflow, Moist Joyce. That is your black parallels out of 150. Out of 150. Those are ready to rumble. All right, here are your Aqua Blues out of 99. We got Dynamite, Metal Monty, Wet Antoinette, GPK, Jose Can You See, John, Flushing Floyd, Bert Cage, Jan Hand, Bernie Burns, Wes Mass, Total Todd, Troy Toy, Pagan Megan, Screaming Mimi, Cracked Crystal, Uncool Carl, Tiny Tim, Trashy Trudy, First Ada, and Off Color Clara. So if you're wondering why they add the extra characters with Sapphire 3 and 4, no, yeah, 3 and 4, they use the Chrome characters that they created for Chrome 3, sorry, Chrome 5 and 6. These are the extra characters they made for Chrome 5 and 6. They put those in here. They didn't do that with Sapphire 1 and 2. They didn't put the extra characters in. They just did regular OS characters. Newly Dead Ed, Unbolted. So that's a new character right there. Unbolted. That's a chromed character that they made in Chrome 6. So they put it in Sapphire. They didn't do that with Sapphire 1 and 2. Megan Strainer. Like this one as well. That's a new character. 253B, Chrome Factor Patty. Same with this one. Poodale, new character. This was not in original Series 6. It's new art. Muddy Mod, Eavesdropping, Rusty Heap, Dryin' Ryan, Handy Andy, Cold Cut, Geriatric, Abraham Stinklin, Pierce Pearl, Shrill Jill, and Loose Stool. There you go. Those are done there, Gabe. And now we're on to the greens right here. Wet, Sweat, got it going like Antoinette, Dynamite, Geriatric, Manule Labor, Pam Ham, Shrill Jill, Lollipoppy, George Washington, Trashy Trudy, Tiny Tim, Airhead Jed, Tommy Thumb, and Whack It Good Wally Donnie with the whacked up dolly. Whacked up, whack it good. All right, here's your orange guy. Here's your oranges. Let's see, about 5 oranges. We got 5 oranges today. Megan Strainer in the orange variety. Cole Cutt, Joan Clone, George Washington, and Bridget Digit. Those are your oranges. All right, now it's time for the uppers. Ma, you on uppers, Ma? Rustin Justin in the gold right there. Rustin Justin. Radar Ray. Boom. Joel Hull in the gold, 208A. Jolie Holy. Holy Jolie. All right, now it's time for 3 purples. Here were your 3 purples. The old Glory Hole. Glory Hole in the purple. Ashley Trey in the purple. And the Lollygagger knocks down the Screaming Mimi. 4 out of 10. We got 10 out of 10. We only got 1 10 out of 10 today. We were on a streaking. We were streaking on the 10 out of 10s. And then the 2 big hits, the biggest hits of the day, Seymour, and Bridget Digit. If you're interested in Sapphire 4 open spots, here is the listing. Here is the listing of open spots for upcoming break. This coming Sunday, next Sunday, here is the open spots for next Sunday. Let's see. We have 211 A and B, the spot that we just pulled that red on, the spider leg spot. That spot is open. 215 A and B is the first double pad spot to be open in a while. What's a double pad spot? That means neither the one of ones have been found yet. Gnawing Nora and Nervous Nelly. It has both one of ones still available. They haven't been tracked yet. And then 229A, Claire Stare and Bloodshot Scott is open. That's the one where the guy's got the wheelbarrow and the eyeballs that are all bloodshot. Bloodshot Scott, one of my favorite guys. Bloodshot Scott right there. Those are your open spots for Sapphire 4 for the week ahead. So if you wanted to jump on those now, Whatnotters, you can grab them now over there on the live page. Or you could wait until Friday. Friday at noon, I will be running live auctions for all open spots for the weekend breaks. I only break Sapphire on the weekends, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And Sapphire 1 will be Friday, Sapphire 2 and 3 on Saturday, and Sapphire 4 on Sunday. All right, from Calvert Cards and Gooey Gabe, we appreciate all of you tuning in. Thank you for being part of today's broadcast. We will see you on Friday at noon West Coast time with those open break spots. I will still be streaming on all 4 platforms. We kind of got banned from YouPorn, so we probably won't be streaming there. But all the other spots we will be streaming from. So that'll be on this weekend's breaks. All right. As always, I will see you all soon on the boards. Take care, everybody.